How's it going, guys? Believe it or not, Dekaron, Papaya Play, Vertigo Games, whatever, finally released Action 19, or actually released Action 19 Update Part 1. So there's going to be more parts coming forward. And believe it or not, I'm actually making a video. It's been like, I think 2 months since I made my last video. Kind of haven't made one in a while. I won't give excuses other than I was bored for a while, and then when Action 19 came out, I didn't initially make a video just because there is an overwhelming amount of new content, and I was spending so much time trying to explore this new content that I didn't really take the time to put a video together. So I apologize for that, but hopefully we'll get rolling on that again soon here. Anyway, I'm just gonna sit here and game. I'm probably gonna do some like daily dungeons or run around a little bit while I read through some of the Action 19 update stuff. So to start off, we have a new level 185 dungeon. So let's go and I'll show you where that is quick. It is called the Forgotten Underground Temple. Now, the Forgotten Underground Temple is the area where you farm supplies for the new weapon. There are new epic 185 weapons, and man, oh man, are they epic. If you get a good roll on these new weapons, you can get up to like close to it's like 4.5 or really close to like 5k destroy, that's insane for PvP. I mean, that's just incredible. That's going to be like a game changer. Like once you get that and get that thing plus 10, I mean, that's going to be pretty crazy. But it's just right over here, Forgotten Underground Temple. I'm not going to go on, but it's on the Materia map. I just thought I'd show you guys where it is really quick. But the supplies for the new weapon drops in there, and I've been spending a lot of time doing that dungeon. Me and my friend have, and we managed to farm him a weapon, and we farmed mine the other day. And if you look here, mine is currently crafting. This is the new crafting system. I'm making an orb, and it's going to be ready in 28 hours. I'll find out what my first orb looks like, and we'll see if I get any good rolls on it or not. But yeah, so that's the new dungeon. There's new items in there. A lot of the items for the new weapon are in fact tradable, which is really good because you can make money off of it. So like, for example, the nail drops, which is one of the ingredients for the new weapon, you can look at here. Let's go to Black Wizard for fun. These nails are a little bit more rare, and they actually sell for like 600 mil or something like that. So that's pretty good. So you can make some decent money off of that. These mud rocks too sell for good money, and you can also craft these mud rocks, but you need material like fortress vouchers and socket powder and gemstones, which you can farm as well. So people have some new ways to make money now because you can farm some of those supplies and sell them to make pretty good money. So that is great. The new dungeon is a lot of fun. It's really good experience. As you guys can see, I'm no longer level 185, and that is because they will soon be re-releasing the 190 dungeon that was actually in the game for a bit, but they got rid of it because it was bugged, and I want to make sure that I can participate in that content. So it did not take me long at all to get to level 191, just because the XP in that dungeon is really good. The dungeon itself it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. It's actually pretty challenging at some parts if you don't have a Signal, which is great for Signals because it gives them it gives you a reason to want Signals in your party again, which is just really cool. But the dungeon's a lot of fun. It's challenging. Yeah, it's honestly just a good dungeon. I really can't complain at all. One interesting thing they did, and you'll see they totally reworked this. You have 3 slots now that show you different stuff, but they capped PvE, which is monster damage tolerance, at 75%. And a lot of people were complaining about this on the forums, but honestly, I think it's absolutely fantastic, just because it makes some of those dungeons not so stupid easy, because it's not fun to do a dungeon if you just run in and nothing can hit you because you have 100% monster damage tolerance. I mean, that's not fun at all. Why would you even want to do that? It's like, so I'm really happy that they did that because it's going to make it possible for them to make some of these dungeons challenging again. Like, for example, the Materia dungeon, the hard mode they had to take out because it was too hard because people couldn't get 100% monster damage tolerance. So I'm sure they'll rebalance that and make it more reasonable to do again. And I just think it's bringing some challenge back to some of these dungeons, which is it's just fantastic. So another new thing they added is, and I'm just gonna do some of my dailies while I'm talking here, but they added a character title system, which is pretty fun. So as you see here, I have a title right here, Spirit Summoner. But if you go to there's a new title tab in your stats window, and you can look here and you can scroll through all the titles. And when you get these titles, they give you certain bonuses. Now, I'll be honest, I thought when I first saw this that you were going to be able to like equip one title at a time, but that is not the case. As you can see up here, all the titles actually stack, so you just get a permanent bonus to your character, which is really fun. So I've been working on some of these titles, and there's going to be more in the future, and that's just a very cool system. Some examples are you get like heal, or a skill MP consumption decrease, or defense, or monster damage tolerance, or all attack. There's just a lot of really good stuff with the character title system, and you can explore more of that if you get on yourself, but it's just very cool. As I mentioned, there's new gear and item creation. Now, right now there is so when you with this crafting system, you have to choose a mastery. You can either do potions, weapons, or armor. And right now there's currently not an option to do the armor, so they're probably going to be releasing that in Action 19 Batch 2, and I'm not sure when that's going to be coming out, but when it does, you'll probably be able to do that then. But for now, I just did the weapon because I'm trying to craft my new weapon, and yeah, it's just cool. So there's there's this whole crafting system now in here, which is really cool. A lot of the items that you used to craft at NPCs, you now craft in the crafting menu, which is pretty cool. So you can look at like exchange ingredients. So for example, if you want like dream powders to do the dungeons, you can craft that in here now instead of at the NPC. So that's just all really good. I really like the new crafting system, and I think it's a great way for people to make money. So and that's just awesome that there's new ways for people to make money now, and I just think that's such a cool thing. And let's see, they talk about the new weapons and the new armor. We can't get the new armor yet, so that is not a thing yet, but I'm assuming that's going to be coming soon. Along with the new weapons, there's these new upgrade things you can get. Like they're like talismans, but they work specifically with epic weapons. And what's kind of cool about them is they actually prevent your item from being broken, which is cool. It makes it a little bit easier to craft, so there's that. You can currently get those by doing this new summer event where you collect letters and exchange them, as we've seen in the past. So I've been kind of working on that, and I'll probably make a video about that in the future to see if I get anything good out of that. But yeah, no, that's cool. Another awesome thing that they added is the costume. They added a whole new costume system. So hold on, I'm just gonna run into this dungeon quick. But they made a whole new costume system. Fabnals, sorry, I'm bad at multitasking. I think you guys know this. But they made a whole new costume system where you can actually have two different costumes equipped at a time and switch between them. So I have like the wizard costume in Sun Wukong, and I can switch between them. So if I'm doing PvE, I have this costume on. If not, you can easily switch by just using tap shift. So that's awesome. And then you also have a new costume slot, and I'm trying to remember how to open that up. Here it is, costume closet, and you can store costumes, so they're not taking up space in your inventory or in your stash. So that is just great. I absolutely love that. Let's see, what else do we got here? Scroll down a little bit on my list here. There's new questing type stuff for leveling. And I personally haven't really looked into that just because I'm not really leveling any low-level characters. But if any of you have checked that out, you could tell me about it in the comments. Or maybe if I make a new character, I'll kind of, talk about that a little bit in the future. But that's awesome. There's some new health and mana potions. I haven't really looked into that. But I'm sure that's good, I guess. I don't know. One of the best updates that they added, though, is they fixed the agency. And this new agency is awesome. There is a search bar, and everything is popping up properly. And in addition to that, in both the agency, here, let's give you an example here. We'll click on weapons, and we'll do price. In both the agency and in the in your inventory, you can sell items up to 4 bill now, which is just awesome. So it's just making it way better for people to trade items and make money, which is just awesome. As you can see, I have like 1.3 bill in my inventory, and you can have up to that, and that's just, it's just great. They made the agency so much better. It's so much easier to make money now, just because you could sell items much easier, and it's just, it's just awesome. I don't know what else to say. I'm really happy with it, and I think they did a really good job with that. There's an expanded chat system. So there's this match chat now, and this is just a server-wide chat, which is awesome. People are just using that for selling now and chatting, and it's just, it's better. And what's awesome about that, too, is when you're in our Deka and there's all those Dildbot spammers, you can just look at that, and you don't even have to look at them. So it's funny because now they're kind of useless, which makes me really happy. But yeah, this chat system is really cool. In addition to that, you can link items in the chat now. So when you sell something, you can be like, hey, I'm going to sell this, and you can click on it and link it, and that is awesome. It just makes selling so much better because now you don't have to be like, hey, can I see that weapon so I can, give you an offer on it? You can just click on it, you can see the item, and then you can make an offer to that player. So that's just another awesome update. There's a new inventory locking function. I guess you can lock inventory to do something. I don't know exactly how that works. I'm going to be honest, I don't really care too much about that, so I'm not even really going to cover it. But I'm sure it's useful for some people. Now, that's just the stuff that they listed on the website. I'm sorry, my Discord's beeping. I hope you guys don't mind. But that's just the stuff that they listed on the website. They added all this other stuff too, and it's actually kind of fun to kind of explore and find all these different things that they added that they didn't even mention. Like they didn't even mention that they added these new stats to the window. And there's definitely a class skill rebalance. They definitely changed some stuff. But they initially had a post about it, and then they took it down. So I'm not sure what that's about. But there have definitely been some changes to classes. So you kind of got to come into game and explore that. I did do some PvPs with a two-hand AK, and they did change how the two-hand AK works, so they can't just debuff you and spec you immediately. They switched it up between two skills now, and it's a lot more balanced. I mean, still strong. If you have strong stuff, you're still gonna do a crud ton of damage, but it's a lot more reasonable now, and I actually feel like I have a chance now when I'm fighting two-hand AKs. So that makes me really happy. So that's great. And like I said, they didn't even mention that, and they added in a couple new dungeons too, and they didn't even say that they added them, or they brought back a couple dungeons and stuff, and they didn't even say that they were bringing them back, which is kind of funny. So there's just a lot of new stuff. It's a little frustrating that they didn't tell us about everything, and the other frustrating thing is some of the content they added doesn't work, and that's because it's going to be part of the second batch or even the third batch with Action 20, but so that's a little frustrating. So sometimes you run across a piece of content and you can't use it yet, which is a little bit annoying. But there's still a lot of other content to check out. So you really, I really can't complain too much. But yeah, no, there's just a lot of new stuff to do, and I've been having more fun on Dekaron than I have in a long time. Because there's just been all this new stuff to try out and do. Farming the new weapon, the new dungeons, the titles, being able to sell items easier, all of this good stuff. It's just, I'm happy that this finally came out, because part of the reason, I stopped making videos is because I just had nothing to do, or I didn't want to do anything in the game. And, I just appreciate having new content to explore now. I just appreciate that. So that's, it's just good, right? They added set effects to your DK square set. You can look here. So now you get all resistance, max HP, DK attack, mastery 550, and acceleration. I don't get the acceleration because I only use I use everything but the helmet. But that's really cool. You get the set effect there. They added some stuff to the D shop. They added some new, really overpowered wings. I bought a box from someone for 3 bill or something like that, and I got a 30-day Flag of War win box, but you can get a permanent one. And these wings are ridiculous, man. 1700 destroy, 7% DDR, 18% all attack, 10% PvP res, 15% critical resistance, and 18% max HP. That blows red DK wings out of the water. So they just made those so good. Unfortunately, they're really ugly, so no one really likes wearing them. But they are now the best wings in the game. And they also added mechanic wings, which are similar to that, but not quite as good. And they give a couple different stats, but they're still better than red DK wings. So they added 2 new overpowered wings. Unfortunately, the only way to get them right now is with the special gold box that's in this key pack. But hopefully there'll be ways to get permanent ones in the future, and they added some other stuff too. They did add a snow emblem. I have it here. And right now you can't update it because there's no way to get snowflakes, but hopefully they'll give us that soon. And it's actually pretty good. Like, a farmable emblem is something that, you know, we've wanted for a while. So it's just, you know, it's just nice that they added something like that. Oh, these guys must be doing a dungeon or something like that. I'm not really interested in doing that right now. But there's a snowflake emblem, and hopefully we'll be able to upgrade that soon. As you can see, what? Later. Sorry. Later. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Interruption. He wants me to do that so I get adventure points to donate, you know, to the guild. So, and I actually forgot to take my Fabno quest, which is a little bit frustrating. But as you can see, these new snowflake emblems are really good when they're upgraded. It's 35 all stats, 300 all attack, 10% critical hit resistance, 7% critical damage reduction. That is new. So I'm wondering if that means, like, if someone has like 300% critical damage, if that brings it down to like 293% or something like that. Anyway, that sounds really cool. Abnormal status resistance 5%, acceleration 3%, and mastery 200. So that's all really cool. So there's just so much new stuff. And honestly, it's overwhelming, and I'm still kind of figuring it all out, but it's been a lot of fun to start figuring this out, and I've just been really enjoying this new action, and I'm excited for, you know, the new stuff to come out with being able to make the new armor and everything. And I have to say, I've been really happy with this update. There are bugs. There are a decent amount of bugs, but most of them aren't too bad, and I've just been able to kind of enjoy playing the game, which I really haven't been able to do in a while. So I appreciate that this update came out, and I'm excited for the new content and the bug patches to come along with this. I know I've had a lot of negative videos for a really long time, and, you know, it feels really good to be able to give a positive review for an update, because I haven't been able to do that in such a long time. It has been such a long time since I've been able to give a positive review about something, and I've wanted to. For the longest time, I've wanted to say good things about the game, and I just have not been able to, because there's been nothing good to say. And for once, I can just say, you know, thank you guys for this update. I've been enjoying it, and I'm excited to see, you know, content that comes out from, you know, from here on. I'm excited to see where the game goes, and I have so many videos I need to put together. I have DK Square clips I need to put together. I've got clips for my half baggy progress video. I've been working on my half baggy. And now I have all these guides I can start working on too. And if you guys have any specific guide requests, please put them in the comments, and I'll try to prioritize those. And I'm going to start, you know, getting this stuff put together. And yeah, no, this is just, it's exciting. It's fun. And I can't wait to see where this goes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care.